We're back and better than ever. It's the worst year of our life.
That's a lie.
The year 2000, WCW Nitro. I'm Dan.
Kelly.
You know which way the order goes.
It's never always been that way.
I'm Scott.
Drew.
I'm Greg.
Hey, Greg's back again for another week. This is filmed.
Shalom.
This is a week later than last week's episode. This isn't recorded in the same.
No, Greg was here last week, watched the show, drove back to another state, and then...
To another state?
Another state from here.
Yeah.
A state of denial.
Yes.
And then drove back here again this week, and we'll drive home the 3 hours directly after this.
It's that cool because I am an international traveler.
It's true. You're
So
a jet setter.
It's not like a big deal.
No. Hop on the G4, G5. What are Gulfstreams numbered at these days?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Private plane.
Sure.
Get out of here.
Get on the Autobahn.
Sure. No speed limits.
Yep.
Do whatever you want.
You can get here in 2 minutes.
Yeah. The Autobahn is really, it's the international waters of highways. You can gamble on the Autobahn. You can have an abortion.
I wonder what the bestiality laws are on the Autobahn.
We'll get into bestiality laws. Guys, if you're listening and you're wondering, I wonder if these guys are going to dig deep into bestiality laws in the United States, don't worry, we got your back.
Hey, if you ever had that question you were too afraid to ask, you have it today.
We're here for you.
With that being said, it is Tuesday, March 14th.
What?
The year 2000.
Yeah, what the fuck?
We don't know why. It's never mentioned.
Next
why.
week is a Tuesday, too.
Yeah, I don't understand why.
Did they call it Tuesday Night Nitro?
Probably.
No.
I don't know.
I don't know. They never.
They probably
referenced the
didn't
fact
want
that
to
it's
acknowledge
Tuesday,
it.
if Monday was preempted or whatever. Anyways,
Did TNT show March Madness stuff?
Oh, maybe that year they might have.
Yeah.
And the final kind of rounds are always on Mondays. So we are emanating from
My bracket got busted, guys. That's a term I hear.
18 years ago. Your bracket got busted.
Yeah.
We are here at Providence, Rhode Island for another great
Fucking Rutgers.
episode of Nitro. Rutgers isn't in Providence.
No, they busted my bracket.
Oh, I see.
Bestiality is illegal in Germany, and it comes with a 25,000 euro fine.
That's because it became a problem.
Yeah.
Keep it down in the peanut gallery.
Statler and Waldorf are here.
Yeah, no kidding. We don't have the dog Al Green here this week, but we do have a Muppet or
But
two.
we will be talking about the dog Al Green and how he spurred a deep research into bestiality laws.
So this show started with, I think this is conservatively 25 occurrences of the phrase team package.
Oh boy.
We had Ric Flair and the Total Package with a promo backstage talking about being all about team package.
And prompting us to ask each other, what team are they on?
Yeah.
I'd like to say it lost all its meaning, but I think it did a long time ago.
I don't think it had meaning to begin with.
Yeah.
Then Flair is in a promo, cutting a promo in the ring with a strap, calling out Hogan, calling out Arn Anderson. They both came out and kind of talked to him from the ramp.
It started with Flair assuring Luger that he would get Arn Anderson on Team Package.
Yeah.
And then he didn't.
What team were they?
I can't remember.
Okay.
So Arn comes out. Flair's a lunatic during this whole segment, by the way.
Yeah.
Flair's hyped.
Yeah.
You don't get hyped.
He stayed hyped.
Arn comes out. He's like, no, I'm not going to join Team Package. Actually, I'm kind of like stoked to see Hogan lay it into you or whatever.
Yeah.
So then Hogan comes out and Flair's like, "What? You're siding with him? What the fuck's this?" And then Hogan cuts him down. Hogan. This is kind of a big thing, I guess. Hogan runs into the ring, gets jumped by Flair. Luger joins in.
Yeah.
And importantly, they hurt his shoulder, which Hogan reminds us of about 6 times as they go to commercial. It's my shoulder. They hurt my shoulder, brother.
Oh, my brother.
They targeted the shoulder.
He goes to the hospital.
He goes to the hospital. We have the first of a few.
There's a couple of felonies that we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Well, there was no felonies at the Nitro party. Just some bad choreographed dancing and 3 count getting some pussy from some Rutgers college students.
Did you guys know that the Nitro Girl Spice is now a chiropractor in Atlanta?
And that we're all going to Atlanta to get adjustments.
Yeah,
And just as means hand jobs, by the way.
Hey, I don't know how the Georgia chiropractic industry works. If it happens, it happens.
Spice is nice.
Says a sign.
One of the signs that was in the front row. I agree. Match 1 on this show, and probably the best match so far.
MOTY.
In the year 2000 on Nitro. We get 3 count versus the debuting Young Dragons.
Young Dragons.
It's Jung. It's Jung Dragons.
They're German.
Jung Dragons.
Modeled after Carl Jung.
Cool Jung.
Behavioral therapist.
Correct.
Okay.
Regardless, these guys go maybe 4 minutes. They just do non-stop spots.
Dives.
6-man dive train.
Yeah. All 6 guys do dives.
As
They're
God intended.
All pretty good dives.
All good dives.
Yep.
And
Like Evan Courageous, like Gorilla pressed a dude to
Yeah.
the floor, and
Jim
like,
Wang.
and you had good
There's
somersaults,
springboard moonsaults, back body drops to the floor.
all the hits.
Yeah. And more importantly, I think where Drew's going with this,
Yep.
yeah, we got a clean finish.
Clean
Yeah.
finish.
Yeah.
Finish in a 2000 WCW.
Yeah.
With Shannon Moore's kind of dumb sleeper slam.
Yeah, it was did Christian do that move as well?
No,
No,
China.
Oh no, he did the one from a
He did like the
reverse
diving
DDT.
reverse DDT.
Yeah,
Someone else
kind
did
of
it.
like that, but with a sleep.
Yeah, someone else.
China.
China did it.
China
It's
did
like
it.
it's
Oh,
like
she did. She has it in one of the video games.
Yeah,
it's
Mercy.
like it's like
Yeah.
the zigzag but without jumping.
Yeah.
Well, the zigzag you fall backwards.
Yeah.
It's a little different, but it's similar. Yeah. Anyways, good match.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
Like-
kind of the end of the good stuff on this show.
yeah. They peaked
Yeah,
early.
they blew their wad.
This show was kind of the dregs to get through.
It peaked at minute 11.
Right.
Actually, I take that back because the next promo was pretty great. We have Miss Hancock in the back. She runs into El Dandy and Silver King.
Both making their first appearances.
First
in
time we've
months.
seen either of them on
Still
Nitro.
not wrestling.
No. Unfortunately, I was hoping we'd get a match later.
Yeah.
But,
No.
Hancock's just kind of like checking them out because I guess she's like scouting wrestlers. El Dandy says the immortal words. He hopes to excite her groin.
In a thick accent.
Yeah.
And-
Barely English.
You know what? I hope he does.
Yeah.
I'm
She seemed kind of not into it.
I'm on your side, Dandy.
So, stemming from
If not you, then who? George Clooney?
Stemming from last week's incident where one man threw another man down a stairwell onto a table,
Where a man viciously attacked a table.
we have The Wall versus Bam Bam Bigelow in what I assume was a hardcore match. But
Sure.
Fucking
maybe
second.
not.
Sure.
The Wall is the new Raven, just like all of his matches are hardcore matches.
This is not even nearly the worst segment on
No,
this
it's
show.
not.
No.
It's just what it entails. Like,
It's
what
bad.
follows.
It's
Yeah.
bad. So here's kind of the gist of it. The Wall immediately handcuffs Bam Bam Bigelow to the corner.
before the bell rings.
Before the bell rings. Then he gets in the ring and the bell rings.
Yes.
The ref's
Because ref's like, seems legit, let's go.
immediately Crowbar and David Flair come out.
In neck braces.
Still selling the choke slams they got last week through tables.
Yep.
They immediately jump the Wall, who basically no-sells their crowbar shots.
WCW
Whoa,
immediately jumps the
Crowbar had
shark.
a pipe, though.
So, my bad.
He didn't have a
Yeah,
crowbar.
crowbar always has a pipe. David Flair has a crowbar.
Right.
Which, it seems so easy to do it the other way. But
I think
whatever.
that's the joke, though.
I think you clearly
See-
don't understand art.
I've been accused of this many times. I would believe that was the joke if WCW showed any other signs of cleverness in the past year in either direction, but they haven't. So I'm still skeptical that they forgot what a crowbar was and what a pipe was.
Fair point.
Yes.
So the Wall rips off both their neck braces, choke slams both of them, then lays crowbar out on a table and choke slams David Flair off the apron through said table, through crowbar, and falls off the apron in the process.
And
Yes.
David Flair doesn't literally leave the ground.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
David
a sack
Flair
of
manages to take a choke slam from the apron onto a guy on a table without his feet ever leaving ground.
Basically.
It's
He laid
kind,
on him.
it's kind of amazing.
All the while, Bam Bam Bigelow is yelling, "Get me a key!
Get me a key."
like, over and over again.
Yeah.
Not the key,
Achy.
a key.
Any key works.
Low key.
I mean, he was working at this time.
He was working.
Yeah.
But he was doing fucking heat matches with
It's a Rios. Yeah, that's a good ass match too, actually. I think that's a year or two later, but still, that's real good. We got a was that next? No, that's after this promo. Sorry. We get a Jeff Jarrett promo. I wrote Jeff
Really?
Jarrett still sucks.
Still sucks.
and then we get a compilation video of him hitting Sid with guitars.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Which is we're 20-something minutes into the show. The only hype for the main event of the pay-per-view that this is the go-home show for.
Yes. Sid cuts him off. I wrote he threatened sodomy.
Yeah.
I believe the exact words, he threatened to rip Jeff Jarrett's mouth open 8
feet wide.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
and then put the slap nuts in them.
That's correct.
I don't know if he meant his own nuts, if he meant Jeff Jarrett's nuts.
Just any nuts.
The proverbial slap nuts.
Sure.
He was talking about macadamias.
Could have been macadamias.
Macadamia is a real underrated nut,
It is.
I feel. Real rich, but
It is
nice.
Yeah.
I like a macadamia. I like it in a cookie.
I like a chocolate covered.
I like it, yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if you could slap those around though.
No.
You could try.
I don't know. The fat content in a macadamia nut is higher than your average nut.
The
But-
fat content in macadamia nut is higher than bacon.
Is it really?
No, but it sounds like it could be.
I mean, they're rich.
Yeah.
I kind of believed you there for a second. Like
I said it with confidence.
per serving size.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, Vampiro comes out to join him. It's going to be Sid and Vampiro versus the Harris brothers later in the show. We all collectively groan. Vampiro threatens...
I was secretly a little bit psyched,
Fuck
but
the
everyone,
Harris
I
brothers.
sort of wanted to go with the collective.
Vampiro also threatened to kick the Harris brothers' ass.
Yeah, singular.
Singular ass.
They're Siamese twins.
Yeah.
One
They're
butt.
conjoined at the
They're
ass.
joined at the butt.
They have one butt Harris boys.
Ugh.
At least you don't have to worry about getting sodomized in prison when you go in there for the hate crimes they're going to commit later on.
Christ.
You think he wanted to be
Dude,
a
they're
vampiro 'cause they
successful
thought
investors.
I think they wanted to be a vampiro because he's a race trader.
He's also a race trader.
What is Sid too orange for her?
Sid's too orange, and Vampiro turned his back on the white race in favor of vampirism.
So
they're not only white supremacists, they're also vampire hunters.
Ooh.
there you go. They're regular blades. Crowbar gets carted off in an ambulance. David Flair's fine.
But
Yeah.
they're still playing Vicious music.
Yeah. So Bam Bam Bigelow is cutting a promo about the wall while this is happening, but Sid's music is still being played from the previous segment, so we cannot hear a word that Bam Bam Bigelow
And
is
clearly,
saying.
when
I
you're,
forgot Bam Bam talked.
when your friends are being loaded in an ambulance,
Yeah.
the best time to cut a promo.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
turns his back to the ambulance. He's like, "Oh, there's a camera here. Well, I'm going to say some things. You're not going to hear any of them."
They will be secrets.
So yeah, we had a brief Harlem Heat 2000 promo. I wrote that they're the best dressed wrestlers in WCW.
Always have been,
Yeah.
always will be.
Yeah,
Yep. Cash 4x4 or whatever his name is at this point.
yeah,
Yeah.
Had normal pants on.
He had jeans.
For now.
He did have. He had
He had a nice Cosby sweater.
He did,
Yeah.
and, and of course tucked into the jeans,
Yes.
as was the style. Of,
But-
I had an onion on my belt, which shows the style of
He
the
had his
time.
hand turned down, right? Like he was flexing his tricep.
Yeah, he was.
But
working
he was
it.
wearing a sweater. A thick
Dude,
sweater.
you'd never stop flexing.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean he's figuring it's showing through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It wasn't.
You got to pop that try right through that wool.
There was a brief Brian Knobbs stay in school PSA. I just thought that was really funny.
Yeah.
So
Great.
I just had
It was
That
like
was,
10 seconds long.
Yeah.
It was
the
great,
best part of the show.
and maybe the best part
He
of the
was
show.
like, "I get hit in the head, so you should use yours and
It's
go to
basically,
school."
I'm a big fat dum dum, so don't be a big fat dum dum. You know what I mean? Like,
That's the gist of it. We have match 3, Billy Kidman and Booker T versus Lane and Rave. No longer Lane and Idol.
yeah, I can't.
Keep
One,
track.
I can't keep track of this. Two, I have no memory of any of these name changes.
No.
I thought they were always Idol,
Lenny and
Lodi, and Lenny and Lodi.
Yeah.
And briefly, fucking standards and practices.
Yes.
I remembered that. But any of this rave and idol and shit,
No.
never.
So Miss Hancock comes out. The fat pig Mark Madden refers to her as a loose woman.
Yes.
We all decide she is like the penultimate,
Not loose
like,
one. She's a tight.
She's
she's
the
a tight
antithesis
dame.
of a loose
A
woman.
tight dame.
And a real TD.
Yeah. Yeah.
Toronto Dominion.
She could have
Yeah.
the pick of. That's a real low percentage reference there.
And no
Whatever.
Canadian banks.
No.
We got it.
I mean, yeah. Did Greg get it?
no.
There you go.
Whatever.
Hey, I'm betting
4 to
800
5 4 to
here.
5 ain't bad.
Yeah, as Meatloaf said.
Sure. She could be a real choosy woman. I
Yeah.
feel she's a real catch.
Yeah.
But she comes out and does her stupid dancing. Oh, she didn't dance this
She
time.
didn't dance. This is the first time like she ever hasn't danced. She and Tori had a conversation,
Yes.
and I'm like, I would watch that conversation.
Sure.
And then Mark
Sure,
Madden
Mark
also
Madden.
made a gross comment about how he wanted them
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
make out.
And then Kelly had like some real specific instructions for them.
Oh yeah.
Lenny and Lodi suck. They do the Hardy's double team whisper in the wind gimmick.
Oh, and
But Lenny
goes
like
flying
goes
over.
flying over the top rope.
Great.
But like saved himself somehow.
He did.
Somehow. Regrettably.
Booker tries to get a hot tag, but the referee gets in there.
Yeah.
Lenny and Lodi are getting like there's more heat on Kidman
In
front of the
Kidman's
ref.
own corner.
And then Booker just like says "fuck this" and gets in the ring and makes like a really good hot comeback where
Yep.
they're doing some really nice bumping and feeding for him. But it's completely illegal.
Yeah.
He didn't tag in. The referee decides, well, like, oh, I'm just going to let you do this.
Yeah, the referee kind of gave up.
After trying to stop him, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally was like, ugh, whatever.
And then after like bumping them both like 3 or 4 times apiece, goes up
Yeah.
top for a top rope drop kick. One of them feeds up, seemingly to get drop kicked, and then Kidman, who is the legal man,
Schoolboys him.
schoolboys him for the victory.
Yeah.
And
Booker's mad.
Booker's mad because why not? People can't get along in WCW. And in fact, one of my favorite lines of the night, which was pretty terrible, was Tony Schiavone, who at that point said, WCW apparently stands for "We can't work together." Sometimes. I guess. He really didn't sell his own line.
Phoning it in, man.
Fuck this
Phoning
match.
it in. Getting a paycheck.
Match 4 is the Total Package versus Kurt Hennig.
Please run through. Is this the one that turns into other things? No, that's later. That's later.
That's later.
Because when we get to that, I'm making
That's
you.
Norman
I'm
and
making
the
you do
dog.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's Norman the dog.
However, at the beginning of this, we have Hogan driving his own ambulance,
Yeah.
making his own hot comeback.
So we figured.
yeah.
Yeah, we kind of came to the most logical conclusion is that Hogan threw the driver out
Of the moving ambulance.
on the freeway
Yeah.
and then drove it back.
Took control of the ambulance, did a
And then-
U-turn on the highway.
Mr. Miyagi was also in the ambulance.
Yes.
And did the on his shoulder.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it's no longer injured.
Shoulder's fine.
Yep.
Completely
Arm
fine.
that is also healed as well, though no one else.
Yes. Everyone else who Luger has Pillmanized the arm of still has a cast on their arm. In fact, that's an angle
That's
going into
that's
the
the gimmick
pay-per-view.
going. This is stipulation.
It's a guys with casts lumberjack match.
yes.
Except Hogan, because Hogan's fine.
Yeah.
Well, that's because his skin's extra tough because it's all areola.
That's right. Yeah.
All of
We discovered today that Hogan just has nipples, no areolas, and that's because he has managed to color all of his skin areola color.
I don't want to go off topic here, but I have a question that I just thought of.
Yo.
Was there ever any sort of... Because I missed a few episodes. Was there any sort of, like, storyline or stip or somebody else
I'm gonna say
coming
no,
in
but keep going.
to take away the commissionership?
Oh, from Terry Funk?
No, from the NWO. Because, like, Nash got hurt, Jarrett took over, Jarrett was just running the show.
Yeah.
I think it's still that.
But,
Did
like-
Funk take back over?
But
Funk's
now
not
they-
doing anything.
Yeah,
No.
Funk's just beating
Funk's just
up-
fighting Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah, so
I think
Did they just give up?
I think there's no
I think they just
commissioner.
forgot about it.
I
Are
think
you,
it's
are you trying to ask if there's continuity?
Well,
Yeah.
I think what I'm more thinking about is like who's making all
Who's
these
running
matches,
Yeah.
right? Because if Jarrett was the one in charge,
Yeah.
and then it was just like now no one's, it's just whoever. Like,
Do you think they have a whiteboard and everybody just has their own Sharpie backstage?
Probably.
And they're
Like,
just
this is
like,
what I
"No,
wanted.
Right,
to
you're
do.
on the shit.
No, sorry.
Is Nash something?
I mean, Nash
He
was
hasn't
the
been on
guy in
TV
charge,
Well,
but
he's getting a
then,
paycheck.
but then he went away.
yeah,
I think you're asking too many questions.
Yeah.
deal.
I think it's the Wild West. It's just a lawless society.
But then who's making like Luger versus Sting in all the lumberjacks have casts on their arms?
I don't
Like,
know.
Because in theory, if it's a heel commissioner,
Yeah.
why are you putting the heel at a disadvantage?
All I know is that it's countdown to Russo Bischoff.
Is
Yeah,
it the
like-
anonymous Nitro general manager?
It could be. It could be laptop. It could be Hornswoggle. It could be any number of things. But all I know, it's fucking 4 weeks until Russo
Actually,
Bischoff. baby.
three episodes, and then it's Russo Bischoff.
Yep.
Yeah. That's gonna
So you're
be.
gonna have to get in the jet and fly back up.
The G7.
Yeah. Get
Yeah.
on the Autobahn. Fly your plane down the Autobahn.
Drive your plane down the Autobahn. It's the Autobahn. You can do whatever you want.
Taxi your plane up the Autobahn.
Yep.
Kill
Cross the
us on
border.
way.
Yep.
It's fine.
But don't have sex with an animal.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. Luger and Hennig had a 2-minute match. It kind of sucked. Hennig changed tights from the pre-match promo to the match itself.
He was wearing the, like, teal sort of thing.
Yeah, and then he was wearing black and orange.
And he was wearing the black and orange. So
Flair almost immediately interferes, gets disqualified in a reasonable disqualification for once in a lifetime.
yeah, but like reasonable, like in a vacuum, but like in the context of 2000 WCW, like a really light DQ. Like,
Yeah, grab the hair.
that would normally not be anything.
Yeah.
Like, oh, heel interferes, gets punched. Oh, carry on with your lives. Nope, DQ.
So, team package, double teams Hennig. Hogan makes the save. We got Teddy Long SmackDown booking. Of course, there's going to be a tag match later.
I'm going to make this a tag match. Bitches love tag team matches.
Begging for this to be on Thunder or
Yeah.
to be on next week's Nitro.
Yeah, as it was happening, Dan's like, no, Thunder.
And then, as we already stated earlier, I just have a note here. Hogan is one giant areola. Vampiro broods and rambles in a dark...
What was he talking about?
I have no idea because, again, they still don't have a fucking boom mic.
It's amazing.
It's
Also, their graphics are shit.
Yeah, it's... Like, I get it. It's the year 2000. It's not HD.
Look at Raw 2000 graphics versus Nitro 2000. It is night and day.
Yeah, like WCW looks like they printed it out on like a dot matrix printer.
And then just filmed the dot matrix paper.
Yeah.
I feel like even, like, 97 Nitro, like...
It's somehow better.
The graphics look better.
Yeah.
But we also have Brian Knobbs looking for the dog. The dog, of course, is drinking in a toilet because he's a dog.
There's a trash can knocked over.
Yes.
Because we thought he might be eating
I
garbage.
think there's a table knocked over.
It
as
did
well.
sound like he was humping something.
I was hoping he was humping
We
something.
thought he'd be humping something.
Yes.
Was drinking
Or
out of the toilet.
someone.
Maybe he was humping the toilet.
I thought he also might be vomiting garbage up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that was a
Eating
possibility.
his own poop.
Right.
We had a Sid promo. Rules.
Yeah.
Kelly, do you want to do your best recreation of it?
I don't even remember what it was. To be
Just
honest.
do any Sid promo.
Okay. Give me a
It
second
was
here.
all about him demanding that if Vampire wants to be his partner, that's fine, but he gets first crack at it.
Oh, that's right.
Because he can kick their ass.
Oh, yeah, because maybe together we'll put the final nail in the coffin. No.
Power.
Powerbomb.
Well, I don't need to do it then.
My bad.
We'll get one later.
So, here is... Oh, no, not yet. So we have the dog versus Norman Smiley. I wrote a bunch of shit happens.
Is it Norman Smiley Dog?
Norman Smiley dog.
Okay.
This is not the bad segment.
It's not?
No.
It's right after
It's
this.
after this is the bad
But this
segment.
Doesn't
leads
it-
into
doesn't-
it.
I guess it all leads,
But
yeah.
this
Do you-
is he keeps.
No, well, so the bad thing is it goes after. So we'll get to that. I'll run down that. But initially, so we have the dog and Norman. They don't really do much.
No.
Brian Knobbs is trying to get the collar off the dog.
Can't.
Gives
up.
Fails. Just gives up.
Collar and big chain just stays on.
I am not a very good dog owner. And the dog had a black hood on his head.
Yeah.
I assume they were recreating some kind of refugee video from Guantanamo Bay. But apparently that's the thing you do to dogs to keep them
Make them think it's night. They go to
mild.
sleep.
Yeah.
Dumb dogs.
You're as dumb as a dog.
So then Brian Knobbs is there.
So many people there.
Norman's there. Lenny and Lodi run in. No, I'm trying to remember the order of it.
So
Well, oddly,
the Kiss Demon
the other
runs
part-
down.
Yeah.
Fitz Finley is not there.
Yeah, Fitz
Yeah,
not
no
there.
family.
Yeah, we see him a little later.
Kiss Demon comes down and grabs Brian Knobbs and drags him out of the ring.
Yes.
And then Lenny and Lodi come down to attack the Kiss Demon.
Yes.
Demon hits Lenny.
Yeah, he takes a bump for it.
Turns to hit Lodi, and Lodi bumps right before the punch because he's a puss.
I wrote down Lodi's a bitch.
God.
Complete bitch.
At first I thought, he just tripped and he missed it. Then when we went back, I'm like, nope.
He was
straight
getting
up
out of the way of
just
that
get
punch.
Straight up pitched out.
And then Norman conquest on the dog, and he makes him submit.
Yep.
It was real quick. Then immediately after this match, we had Brian Knobbs cutting a promo
I
in the ring.
believe you're missing an important part.
No,
of
I'm
this
getting to that. So, no, because this is when this happened. So Brian Knobbs cuts a promo challenging someone to a match.
Yeah.
We don't know who that someone is, because at the conclusion of the previous match, pardon me, as Norman, after he tapped out the dog, he proceeded to big wiggle all over the dog, which led to us discussing during the Brian Knobbs promo whether bestiality was legal in the state of Rhode
Rhode
Island.
Island. Which led us down a whole bestiality wormhole.
Yeah. Bestiality is a misdemeanor in Oregon.
Yep.
It's also a misdemeanor to view it in Oregon.
Yes.
Which is the only state.
It's the only state it's illegal to view it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
49 states, DC, territories.
you can look at it.
Look at all the dog porn you want.
Jerk off just nonstop until your dick
Yeah.
is so raw you can't touch it.
What? I like dog porn. I'm carbon, they're carbon, it's fine.
I jerk off to it.
Horse, pig, snakes, octopuses, monkeys.
Pigs have weird dicks.
Yes,
don't
they do. They got real weird dicks. They're corkscrews and they're thin and long.
So, bestiality illegal in 17 states.
Yes.
Legal in 17.
Legal in 17
sorry.
states.
Legal
in
in
17.
Legal in 33.
States and territories.
Yeah. It is illegal in Rhode Island, though.
It is illegal in Rhode Island.
But it was only made illegal in 1999. Norman was one.
Endangered species.
Norman was
How-
1
how
year
many
off
are
of
we talking
illegally
about? Panda?
fucking the dog.
Yes.
Probably.
Are we talking about whether it's illegal to have them with endangered species?
Yeah.
Does species make a difference?
Then I asked, like, how endangered are we talking? Like a panda?
Like a tiger?
Like really endangered or just like threatened?
Yeah, but you don't have sex with tigers. You just cut their penises off and grind it up to make you have better sex with other animals.
Is that a thing that...
Because you grind up the
happens?
tiger penis.
You don't know that?
Yeah.
I think I have heard
Yeah,
that.
Chinese
Rhino
medicine.
horn, tiger
You
penis.
grind up
turtle.
the tiger penis, you can give it to the platypus better. Right.
I see.
Yeah.
If I had taken
Fun.
that stuff, my broken arm would have healed faster.
It's true.
Scott, cut off your penis. Cut off part of your penis?
Can we have like a bris at the age of 30 whatever? And then we'll feed it to Kelly. Like it's stem cells and he's Christopher Reeves in that episode.
Finally we can unparalyze Kelly. Oh, by the way, guys, Kelly's been paralyzed this whole time.
I took a rocker dropper.
Oh, good.
Sorry, I should rephrase that. I didn't know how to train.
Yeah.
a rocker dropper.
Too
Yeah.
soon, Kelly. Too soon.
So apparently Brian Knobs was
Also, bestiality only gets you on the sexual offender registry in 10 states. Just avoid those 10 and you're fucking fine, dude.
Yeah, and it's all the gross ones you don't want to go to anyways.
Yeah, like
West Virginia.
Yeah,
Kentucky.
don't fuck a horse in
What?
West Virginia. Okay.
What? That would be the state that I think you could.
Yeah.
Well, those are the states where it was a problem, so they had to make the
Gotcha.
laws, and everyone else is like, I think we know better.
You know where it's
but we
weird,
don't.
where it's weirdly not is Florida, but then that's because Florida's a wasteland where there's no rules or anything.
Florida is basically Mad Max.
Yeah, Florida you can do whatever.
Well, except for like the oil weirdos running around in loincloths and stuff. It's all senior citizens riding golf carts.
Florida's the weirdest.
I mean, you can't be gay in Florida.
No.
True. That's one thing that the article said is that there are more states that bestiality is legal and gay marriage is illegal.
Yeah, in more states can you fuck a dog than another man.
Yes.
Sure. Reasonable.
Reasonable.
As long as the dog is of the other gender,
I don't think
right?
that gender matters.
But it should.
But
Really?
I don't
So
think
you
it
can
does.
you can have
I
gay
think-
sex
I think
with an
you can
animal.
Fuck a dude dog in the butt, or have a dude dog fuck you in the butt, and it's fine.
Clearly,
I like
But it's
God
but
made
if it's,
Adam and Fido, not
I like
Adam
the
and
term dude dog.
Fluffy,
No, it's Adam and Fluffy, not Adam and Fido. Yeah, you mixed that up.
My
Well, no,
bad.
I get
It's
no.
Adam and Spot, not Adam and Steve.
okay, we need to get those shirts, man.
our pro bestiality, anti gay shirts.
That's our new
Dude, after being in Daytona Beach, like in June, that shit will sell like hotcakes. There's a lot of t-shirt shops down there, and that will have no problem. You're now a millionaire.
A stable of furries that are against gay marriage.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna recap this. A lot of things happened here.
Do your best.
This is the worst segment.
Don't fuck it up.
It was
ever.
horrible. And we couldn't believe Russo didn't book this.
Yeah. So Brian Knobs wrestled Terry Funk. That's who he was challenging while we were talking about bestiality.
We have more important things to do.
Terry Funk was in the back, like talking to the camera, like, "Oh, you think you're fucking hard."
I'm 57.
Want to give me a sarsaparilla? Yeah, I'm one of those.
Come after me. I'm a man.
Yeah.
I'm 57.
You'll,
Chicken farm.
you'll turkey gobbler.
All right.
Banana nose.
So Brian Knobbs and Terry Funk, they have a hardcore match. Brian Knobbs lays out a bunch of weapons in the ring. They proceed to hit each other in the head with a bunch of shit.
Oh my god.
They do the dumbest garbage can spot I've ever seen in my life. Where
I
they
liked it.
Each get a hand on, or two hands on a garbage can.
They're facing each other.
Hold it above their heads and pull it down. So
it's hitting both of their heads at the same time.
Exactly.
But Knobs is, in theory, hitting Funk with the other side of the can, and Funk is hitting Knobs with the other side of the can.
Or Knobs is hitting Funk with it. Funk is also just hitting himself in it, but Knobs is collateral damage.
Okay.
Fair.
I'll buy it.
So 3 count interfere because I guess they're the joint hardcore champion,
Yeah.
and they saw like they had like a point to make in this match.
We're the
Greg
hardcore
Helms
guys.
didn't come out though. Right?
No, only 2 of them.
Yeah,
only
Greg
2 of the
Helms.
3
Sorry.
came. Yeah. Well, Greg Helms. That's fair. Like,
The Hurricane didn't show
Yeah,
up.
the Hurricane.
Yeah.
They helped Terry Funk win. Then they jumped Terry Funk
Immediately
because
after,
why not?
they helped him.
But you forgot. Was that out yet?
No, there's more.
It's
I
coming.
still got more notes.
Don't worry.
Then they proceed to dance in the ring because why not?
With
Then
their
they-
backs to a standing Knobs.
Brian Knobbs. They get double clothesline by Brian Knobbs. Then Terry Funk makes his comeback with the chicken on his
There
hand.
it is.
He proceeds to chicken box the 2 members
Chicken boxing.
punch.
of 3 count who take really good bumps, especially Shannon Moore.
Yes. Salmonella everywhere.
Then him and Brian Knobbs team up to take them out.
They're friends now.
Because why not?
Yep.
Then Knobbs chases the 2 guys off. At the same time, Dustin Rhodes jumps in.
Mm-hmm.
He jumps Terry Funk. Is kind of really brutal with him and a bull rope. Like, kind of like
Yeah.
yanks on his
He was
neck.
rough.
Yeah.
And then in the midst of Funk getting his ass kicked, it's to the back.
Yeah, we're done.
That's it.
That was a mess.
That was a mess. That was the worst.
From and it sort of started from Norman and Dog.
kind of.
Because it went right from that to
Yeah,
Knobs being in
I
the
don't
ring.
think there was a commercial in there. So,
No.
Yeah.
Ugh.
There was just a lengthy discussion about bestiality.
Yeah, that we had our own commercial, and it was great.
Giving me anxiety. Just going back over it.
I don't feel good.
This was the point where we had to pause the show, and we thought
And I
we
said,
must be most of the way
Guys,
through
don't, because I've been down this fucking road before.
it. Yeah.
Don't check how long it is, because you will only be disappointed.
We were only 2/3 of the way done,
It felt like we've been watching for
3 hours.
pages were falling off the calendar.
and there was 3 more matches somehow. I take really shitty notes for the 3 more matches because I just mailed it in. I was beat.
Tony Schiavone did.
Yeah.
Tony Schiavone did.
You WCW refereed it.
So Finlay and Vampiro have a backstage brawl on last week's Thunder because they're having a match at the pay-per-view this week. Finlay cuts a promo in the bathroom. That's really all I got out of it.
He said he's going to. He's not going to beat him in the ring. He's going to beat him in here.
Yep.
He's going to put his head in the toilet and flush him
Like
the piece,
garbage.
like the piece of garbage he is. Like how you flush garbage.
I've seen many signs now. That seems to be a common
do it
thing.
now.
They have like, "Hey, don't flush us down the toilet," and it's like a little cartoon, like tampon
Yeah,
and like condom,
And, like pills.
yeah, and like paper towel. Like, don't wipe your ass with paper towel if you run out of toilet
And
paper.
Vampiro.
Yeah.
Guys, don't wipe your ass
Vampiro.
with paper towel.
And Vampiro.
And Vampiro's in there as well.
And Vampiro.
Yeah. Is it old Vampiro or is it current, like, bloated, tattooed, like, biker daddy
Always Daddy Vampiro.
Vampiro? Speaking of which, we got Sid and Vampiro versus the Harris Boys.
Were the Harris Boys in gear?
Well, I mean, they're in gear for them.
Which was black shirt, black dress pants, black dress shoes.
Yeah, that
Swastikas.
that rancid song "Time Bombs" about them.
That's
Black shirts, black shoes, black hat, Cadillac.
That's the one.
Harris Boys. I wrote okay match. Sid rules. So
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so
Most of the matches, this is them getting heat on Vampiro.
Yeah, end times are coming.
Yes.
Sid's running wild.
Yes.
Hits chokeslam on one.
Yes.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So naturally he's going to powerbomb the other.
Yes.
And I'm like, listen to me, Sid. I know I'm 18 years in the future, but I believe in you with all of my goddamn heart, and you can get whichever Harris this is up all the way for a powerbomb.
Yes.
I believe in you. And you know what? He did it.
He's done it before, though.
It was fabulous.
I think he has done it before.
I don't care.
Yeah. I think we've seen
This
him
is
do
like
it.
for the first time for me.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so happy.
Yeah. Feels just like you're falling for the first
Falling
time.
for the first time.
Oh, that's I got to sneak that CanCon in. This is a Canadian podcast. That's Bare Naked Ladies.
I already got a Toronto Dominion reference in.
Well, I've got 35% of this podcast has to be Canadian. So.
Or else they take us off the air.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You were going to say something about Sid.
He got him up really good, but then fucking Harris put his elbow down on the.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
he might go up.
It wasn't about
brother.
It wasn't about the move. It was just about the
He's
effort.
still going to bump like ass.
Yeah.
So then, randomly in the semi-main spot, we got Stevie Ray versus Disco.
Yeah.
Disco made a bunch of bad, racist 70s TV references.
Yeah.
He referred to all three members of Harlem Heat 2000
As
as
a bunch of Fat Alberts,
Alberts.
which is super funny.
He referred to Jay Biggs as JJ from Good Times.
Which prompted the response.
My name is not JJ.
So
Very
good.
like
So
point
deadpan.
blank, like deadpan. I loved it.
Cash had a costume change.
Yes, he did.
He wasn't in the jeans anymore.
Nope.
He was back in his sort of dress pants with
The-
the.
No,
His
these
massive
were like cargo
pleats.
black.
Yeah, they were
cargo-
sort of cargo-y.
Yeah, they didn't look like a homeless man.
Did they have the
with a
pleats,
rope
though?
around them.
They weren't so pleaty either, so
Yeah.
they weren't as dressy. But he had the big
Did
cinch.
we mention
big
that
cinched
the
belt
reason
at the
It
top.
was supposed to be like the Mama Luke's, right?
Yeah.
It was supposed to be Stevie versus Disco. Disco said, "Hey, how about the Mama Luke's come out and face two of you?" So
Because
I'm not a wrestler,
I'm not a wrestler.
even though he was wearing wrestling boots.
Yes, and is a wrestler.
Yes, and they just said, "No, we'd rather Stevie just wrestles you."
So they did.
Yeah,
Right, but that's because the Mama Luke's got jumped by the Harris Brothers.
Yeah.
Yes.
In the back.
In the back.
Did that happen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What the fuck was I doing?
Disco literally
goes-
told them,
You're probably looking
wait
up
for
dog
me,
porn.
I'll call for you guys. He goes through, and then the Harris Brothers came and grabbed him.
Was I still talking about bestiality?
I
I
think
do
so.
not. I
Yeah,
do
I
not
think
remember
you were.
this
I think, yeah.
whatsoever.
And that's why it was like, oh, I'm not a wrestler, I'm a manager, and then they just started.
You were looking it up on your phone. You're too busy.
Huh.
You were yeah. Your search history was back to back.
Yeah, I mean, you're on a government watch list now.
Is bestiality legal in Rhode Island? And then Expedia plane tickets to Rhode Island.
No comment. So, one thing I did state before this match was I wondered if Big T would hit a move and would fall over, because that's the thing he does. He miraculously didn't, although it was kind of circumstance.
Saved himself.
Yeah. So he did a Harlem sidekick
Yeah, it was
on the
pretty
floor.
good.
It was really good.
Yeah.
But his back was to the apron.
So he just braced himself
and he
against
fell
that
back into the
afterwards.
apron
Yeah.
and it kept him up on his feet.
So it looked fine. Had he done it in the ring, disaster.
would have fallen over.
Yeah. He's a real weeble wobble.
There was a bunch of BS. People getting on the aprons.
The opening 30 seconds of Stevie and Disco was pretty hot.
Yeah.
Stevie had his working boots on.
Yeah.
For 30 seconds.
Well, how much can you ask for?
Fair.
35.
He beat him with his slapjack. It looked terrible.
Oh, looked like fucking shit.
But I think it's because Disco's afraid to take it after last time.
Disco
Yeah.
Kane bumped it.
Yeah, it was awful.
Didn't jump for
Because
it.
in theory, the slapjack, does he lift the guy vertical?
Yes.
Yes.
And
And
then goes
Okay.
then flattens the guy
This
out.
was barely a pedigree.
Correct.
This was like a Kane pedigree.
It was like pedigreeing your kid brother who doesn't know how to feed or
Puts his knee
bump.
down.
Yeah, and you have to just perk him up oh, we're doing this. That was my impression of Kyle doing it to Kevin as a child.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah, not good. Which brings us to the main event: Flair and Luger versus Hogan and Kurt Hennig.
Yep.
I wrote,
We couldn't believe the show was still going
I'm
on.
dead. This show never ends. And then the lights went off. So tell me what happened in this match.
What happened before the lights went off?
I mean,
Shit.
typical-
Nothing.
bunch of it was Hogan, no selling, taking in fucking Hennig. He took all the heat. Take back in Hogan, no selling.
Yeah. Hogan proving our thesis that, one, he cheats.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
two,
he hit him with a chair.
hit him with a chair, raked his eyes, raked his back, all the standard Hogan fare.
Yeah.
And the only way to get Hogan to sell is to cheat yourself. So for what a good role model Hogan pretends to be, sets terrible examples through his wrestling.
The one thing I was shocked he did was one of the things that bumped him that he actually sold for was a bat shot to the knee from Liz.
Yeah.
I'm
Because
shocked that he sold for her.
it's cheating.
I guess.
If Liz had given him a power bomb, he wouldn't have sold. Because it was a wrestling move.
So now Liz is a manager in WCW NW Revenge, but I don't think she's a playable character.
No,
so
she's not.
She's just on the outside, so you can baseball slide her,
Yeah.
but you
Yeah.
can't.
You can really beat her up. You can really be rough with Liz.
Yeah, but you can't.
You can really Luger her.
Yeah.
Oh my.
But
But Liz can't get her hot comeback.
If you think I'm not playing as Luger versus
but if
Savage
you
on
pause
Revenge
it,
Night-
plug it in the second control. Plug it in. If you pause it, plug it in the second
controller,
port, hit Z.
Yeah.
Then you can play. As
You
a
can take
manager.
door. I wonder what Liz does.
Does she have moves?
She has a running push.
Yes, the women all had the running push.
Yeah, slaps and
But probably doesn't have
I
like
think
they have
blows.
grapples,
I think she might.
but I don't think they have
Does she have a
specials.
drug overdose?
No, they don't have
Double-
specials.
Double dragon screw.
She might.
Yeah, that's the old Pat Patterson finish in
Yep.
in No Mercy, or WrestleMania 2000. Anyways, we're getting real off subject.
We just don't want to talk about the main.
The lights went off eventually, and we figured this has got to be Sting. And then, like, I think there was issues with the house lights coming back on.
Yeah, because like there was a bit of light, and then Vampiro was awkwardly there,
as was Sid.
as
Yeah,
was
but
Sid.
you didn't really show Sid though.
No, he was
Barely.
barely in the background. And then they
You know,
cut,
the world champion who's defending on Sunday.
and then they cut to the entranceway, which had a different spotlight on it.
And there was Sting.
Sting came out and cleaned house.
Beat everyone up.
He had his pride trench coat on.
Yeah, he had a sweet rainbow scorpion
Yeah.
on his jacket.
Yeah, it was pretty rad.
actually. And then that was it.
Yeah, everyone brawled around, and I think they said there's a pay-per-view on Sunday. I don't think they said that the main event was world champion Sid versus U.S. champion Jeff Jarrett.
They definitely put more focus on the apple pie.
So
They put more focus on, I think it's Sting and Luger, right?
Sting and Luger.
in the lumberjack.
In the
match.
lumberjack, where all the lumberjacks have broken arms.
Yeah.
So on the pay per view,
Yes.
the main event was Hogan Flair.
Oh.
It went last.
It went last.
Well, then they sort of did it right.
But here's the thing: are we shocked?
I looked it up.
Yeah.
We unfortunately the match we were so desperately hoping for on Nitro, meaning Greg,
Yeah.
Norman and the Demon versus Lenny and Rave,
Is that on the pay-per-view?
happens on the pay per view.
Holy shit!
So if you think we're not turning this off and watching it as soon as this is done,
Oh my God.
100%.
There's 11 matches on this card.
oh my god!
None of them, except for Hogan Flair,
Go more than 10 minutes.
they all go less than 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew it.
So it's a bunch of 7s and 6s, and then Hogan and Flair go 15
Great.
in a strap match. Wow.
Apple pie.
Yappa pie.
Apple pie.
Apple pie. Baker's dozen.
I'm shocked we got through that so
Someone-
quickly. It was awful to watch. Fuck. It was fun because there were so many of us watching it, but
I can't wait for the Russo Bischoff era.
Still had the best match we've seen this year.
yeah, honestly, not that bad.
It was just a long time ago.
And in the immortal words of Sid,
Oh, you want to know the immortal words of Sid? Is this what you really want?
Well, here's the thing. You think that this is the end, but really, it's the beginning. Because we got more. We got more Jeff Jarrett. We got more. We got more The Wall. We got more Booker T. And we're going to be bringing it to you soon. Unless we're in Oregon, where we're going to be committing misdemeanors. And power bombs.
See you dude dogs later.